And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with the legendary Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Charlotte Hornets at Time Warner Cable Arena. And for Charlotte, they've achieved all the goals they set for themselves in the early part of this season. Now the goal becomes keeping it going for as long as possible. Kyle Korver. I don't know if you call him the best shooter.
And now, your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 9, Daryl Anderson. Starting at power forward, at 7'0", number 40, Cody Zeller. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 1, Lance Stevenson.
Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Hornets at the Time Warner Cable Arena. Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, as they did in that game, it's going to be a long night.
It will be. I mean, you're right there. It's hard to snap yourselves out of that kind of funk. Once you get into it, it's just tough to break out of it.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Teague in at the point guard.
Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
Henderson kicks to Jefferson. From down low. That one off the back iron. Last outing, they won that game against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. The game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely to work as hard as they should have.
Horford, no. And it's the Hornets with the ball. This game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And the season between these two did not work out well for them last year. And
now here's Teague, following the miss by Lance Stevenson. Teague against Henderson. Teague kicks to he Horford, and it's rejected. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone, and that one's good. They were both fighting it out for the bottom seeds.
Those are the games you need to win. You've got to win you're supposed to, especially for the last month.
So crucial. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Zeller with up by Teague. Stevenson passes to Henderson. That ball, high speed that time from Stevenson. Henderson's got his second bucket tonight. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Snap, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Wow, he sure can make up for that lack of size and height because of his leaping ability. Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going, but more emphasis now on spreading the floor, so Millsap fits in easier. He can always find somebody to guard.
And for Millsap, frankly, his height has really never been an issue. I mean, this is a guy who was a big-time rebounder throughout his days in college. But even though he's only 6'7", that 7-foot wingspan helps, and he's strong enough to hold his own with most forwards in the league.
Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Korver kicks to Horford. Right side Teague. Horford dishes to Millsap. And that one's good. Millsap's got 5.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
No question, guys, that Millsap can rebound and defend the power forward position with the best of them.
Yeah, you remember he led the NCAA in rebounding all 3 of his seasons at Louisiana Tech. So this guy has a nose for the ball.
On defense, Atlanta trailing by 2. Screen by Jefferson. Henderson. Shot denied. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Into Horford. There's the dish to Carroll. He kicks it to Horford. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in. Horford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark. The Atlanta Hawks with relatively new leadership in the front office, and the team is going in more of an analytic direction. Head coach Mike Budenholzer, from his time in San Antonio, really well-versed in that approach as well.
When you look at this new direction for the Hawks, they're definitely fond of elite shooters to space the floor, and they've looked for players who can defend the pick and roll. So a commitment to high-efficiency offense and denying that type of offense by the other team is really what you see this team trying to build towards. And Mike Budenholzer, their coach, comes from the San Antonio Spurs way of playing and thinking, and you can start to see some of that imprint on this Hawks team.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
You simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Jefferson's shot is off. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Stevie talked about forcemen. With Horford gone, the Hawks played 5 3-point shooters in their starting lineup.
And that matchup gave the Pacers all kinds of trouble in the playoffs. The Hawks took them to 7 games despite their vastly different records over the regular season.
So it's the Hawks now, following the miss by Al Jefferson. Korver, no luck. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Hawks second.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
A chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with him. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Teague, the pass to Korver. Outside Millsap. No good on the triple. The Hornets trail. Now Zeller. 9-point game his last outing. Millsap grabs the miss. And here is Teague. Outside Millsap. Back to Teague. Millsap a screen on Stevenson. Dishes to Carroll. Here's Teague. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And Zeller kicks to Anderson. They get it back. Here's Stevenson. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Horford trying to free himself up. Teague can't hit.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo checks in for Jefferson, and it's Chalmers in for Gerald Henderson. Atlanta also making some changes here. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap, and it's Dennis Schroeder in for Kyle Korver.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Charlotte making a switch here. Dallenberg's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Damari Carroll. Here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Brand dishes to Scott. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Shelvin Max checked in for the Hawks. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
The pass to Bazemore for the three. Shot, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way.
Kent Bazemore, undrafted back in 2012, but he caught on with the Golden State Warriors after an impressive summer league. And while he didn't play a ton of minutes, he caught national attention for his enthusiasm on the bench.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Mack, good.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Chalmers pass to Stevenson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks 3. Here's Schroeder looking for first basket still in this one. And Mack kicks. Pass to Schroeder. 6 o'clock. No good from Brand.
Well, I think he had the space he needed. He find the bottom of the net.
Stevenson outside. Walker with the three. Rebound by Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown, and the first points out there have been hard to come by.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Outside, Walker. Here's Chalmers. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Scott with a screen on Walker. Outside, Scott. Over to the wing. Here's Bazemore. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. Walker with it. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Chalmers. And he gets it to go. Chalmers has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And a wide open look for Walker. Rebound by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Bazemore. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Now here's Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Charlotte, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Well, last year collectively, I mean, this team shot 74% from the free throw line. Pretty low number.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
That one is no good. Mack dishes to Schroeder. The feed to Bazemore. Kicks it to Brand. High arcing shot, and it's good on the way in. Brand's got his first basket of the night.
What a finish with that hoop.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Inside, you have Vonleh and Jefferson. Chalmers is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Henderson in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 8. There's the steal. Corver. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, of course, last year, superb free throw shooting, above 90%.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean,